It's Iglo here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to another value-packed tutorial. So if you're just coming into the channel for the very first time, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button, so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. And also, as well, you can share this video so that others can also benefit from it. And if you are a returning subscriber, viewer, I appreciate you. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for always stopping by to see what we do on this channel. All right, so just like I said, if you are new to this channel, let me just take you through what we do on this channel. What we do basically on this channel is to help photographers, generally image retouchers, photo retouchers, to take their editing and photography skill level to another level. You understand? So if you're a photographer, image editor, even graphic designer, you understand, because as it stands now, both photographers, image editors, graphic designers, we all use Photoshop, right? So Photoshop is like a general software now that all of us are using, right? So even if you're a graphic designer, trust me, you're going to learn a whole lot from this video, right? This video is an encompassing video in the sense that it cut across 3 layers of editing. That's background, the manipulation, changing your boring background, taking it from one level to another, then color grading, right? Using presets of different kind to improve the quality of your image, talking about the skin tone of your subject, and at the same time skin retouching, which is a final edit or editing. You understand? So in this video, I'm going to take you through these 3 phases of photography, right? 3 phases of editing, sorry. So in this tutorial, I'm going to take you through these 3 phases of editing, right? So if you look at this image now, come to this layer. So we'll be using this image for this tutorial, you understand? So the first thing we're going to do first, if you look at this images, we're going to look at the background and see what we can do to improve the background. You understand? This is a plain paper backdrop. You understand? This is a gray paper backdrop used in doing this shoot, right? So it is just there. Nothing is attractive here. You understand? It's just there as paper that it is, right? So we'll be using these additional props, this background I got from Pinterest, you understand, to elevate this image, you understand. So, and I'm going to show you step by step from start to finish how I was able to arrive at this result that you are seeing on the screen right now. You understand? I know you'll be wondering, wow, this is amazing, right? Obviously. So don't fast forward this video, don't skip any part of this video. Make sure you watch this video from beginning to the end, and trust me, I'm going to take you through, walk you through the journey from start to finish, right? So without any further ado, let's get into it. So select both images and move them to Photoshop. All right, so we are going to Photoshop now. Yeah, so this one equals to camera raw filter. So we are opening it, we are going to Photoshop. Alright guys, so we are here in Photoshop now. Alright, so and let me say this, right? So I am going to attach to this video my touching essential pack and also my preset. That is my color grading preset. You understand? I think just like based on people's demand and all of that, that I should always attach my editing stuffs to every of my videos. So I heard you guys, and I've taken that upon myself to always do that. You understand? I think from the last video I posted, somebody purchased my essential pack, and as I speak to you, I believe that this person is enjoying it. And if you are watching this video right now, please comment on this video and let us know how you've been enjoying the essential pack that you bought recently. You understand? So I'm going to attach everything to this video. You understand? Even the color grading that we'll be using to transform this image, the presets, I'm going to attach everything to this video. So do well to check the description of this video and see how you can get it. All right, so now if you look at this image now, the image is just there. It's just there, right? I love the lightning, trust me. The photographer did justice to this image. Of course, I got this image from somewhere. I wasn't the one that did the shoot, you understand? So I got the image from somewhere, and I'm here to just transform the image, right, from one level to another, from ordinary to extraordinary, you understand? Now let me say this, right? When it comes to editing generally, right, for you to transform your image, for you to have a catching result, right, must not necessarily go deeper or do too much. So you need to have this at the back of your mind, right? Because I'm still going to, expatiate this further as we proceed, right? Now, if you look at this image now, and if you look at these external props now, these additional props that we'll be using to transform this image now, you will look at it as just a normal kind of, light direction or lightning. You understand? And you'll be wondering, what can we use this to do to this image? You understand? Because I've seen scenarios where photographers, tends to, change their background or manipulate their image background, and they go extra mile to, like bring in different kinds of props and all of that, just to make sure that, I am not saying it is bad, it is good, right? So what I'm saying in essence is, the goal is to keep the work clinical, keep it real, right? Don't make sure that it doesn't look too busy for your viewers. You understand? So keep it clean, keep it classic, and keep it simple, right? So that is what we're going to do this image, right? So the first thing we're going to do first, is to get rid of this diffuser here, right? So I'll just pick my patch tool, and just, select, yeah, then right click and click on view. From view, now let it be on content aware, click on content aware, right? So this is the first thing first that we're going to do right now. It is out of the place. So the next thing we're going to do to this image now is to resize this image to Instagram size, right, which is 4:5 or 5:10. So now come here, click on my crop tool. You can see 4:5 and 8:10, right? So I'll just, yeah, so I think I'm cool here. Yeah, make sure you centralize it. Yeah, I think I'm cool here. Okay, let me see, expand it a little bit. All right, good. So now hit OK. So this is me resizing the image to Instagram size. You understand? All right, you can see the image has been resized. So you can see now. You can see. So let me just get rid of this part. So there's something I used to emphasize in my videos, right? Just like I did in my previous videos. I used to say that if you are manipulating your background in Photoshop, or maybe you are bringing an external background to use to, manipulate an existing background, right, which is the default background. So this, it is very, very advisable that the external background you are bringing in a way complements the existing background. You understand? It's very, very important. You understand? So, and I'm going to show you this I'm talking about. Now if you look at this image now, you can see that a shadow, you can see some shadows casted here, and you can see that, the lady's legs, the heels are casting shadow. So for us to keep it real and keep it natural, we are going to still maintain this shadow. You understand? And I'm going to show you how we will be doing that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do now is to select the image, that is, separate the image from the background. You understand? Because we want to work on the background first, right? So the first thing we're going to do first is to manipulate the background, change the background to what we want to change it to, before we even talk about color grading the image and, retouching the image as a final stage of this tutorial. You understand? So, and to separate the background from the subject, or subject from the background, so I'm going to, select subject, come here, select subject, right? So Photoshop is helping us to select the subject now. You understand? So Photoshop will help you do, like, let's say 97% of the job of the selection, right? So but it is always advisable that you zoom in, because it will not do it 100%. Please take note, it will not do it 100%. So zoom in into the image proper and see the areas that are not properly selected. So you just manually do it the way you want it. You understand? You can see that this stud of the heel was not selected. So now we have to manually select it. You understand? So zoom in into the image proper and see that everything that needs to be selected. So you can see, yeah, as you can see, you can see, you can see. So I think we are good with the selection now. Yeah, I think we are good with the selection now. So the next thing is to right click, then feather it. We're going to feather it to, like, let's say two. You feather it to like two. The reason why we are feathering this because we don't want to have a sharp edge or edges. You understand? I don't want the edges of the image to look sharp, because when the edges are sharp, so it's going to send a message that, oh, this is manipulated, this is changed, and all of that. You understand? So we want to, as much as possible, keep everything real, right? So after feathering it, come to select and mask. You understand? So we are going to work on the edges of the subject now, of the image, right? Select and mask. So we are here now. Select and mask. So you just look at it, just look at it and see the areas that you are still seeing the form of the background. So you just trace it, trace it. Yeah, that is gone. So just trace it, just trace it. Yeah, perfect. That is also gone. Yeah, you can see trace it. Alright, good. Still zoom in a little bit. You can see this part, so we need to trace it. Yeah, perfect. That is gone. So let's look at the hair. Alright, beautiful. Just this part. You can see the magic that this thing is doing to the image, right? So still come here and still trace it a little bit. Yeah, that's amazing. So just, we're just tracing the edges of some parts that are showing the the background, you understand? Because if you don't trace it like this, of course you are going to have these small backgrounds showing on the image, you understand, unless the background you are bringing in is the same color with the original background. If not, it is going to be obvious. So I think it is perfect now. The selection is perfect now. So now the next thing we are going to do now, come down, come to this output tool, right? Click on this selection. Yeah, so now click on new layer. You understand? Because as we are going now, the Photoshop is going to help us automatically select the subject or separate the subject from the background, right? So click on new layer. After clicking on new layer, then hit OK. Boom, we are here in Photoshop, and you can see the selection, you can see the separation, that this is so perfect and accurate, right? You can see, you can see, you can see. Alright, so now the subject has been separated from the background. So click on the background and let's go and bring our external background. Alright, we are here now. Alright, good. So now there's something I want to do to this props before taking it there. Right, so the first thing we are going to do first is to resize this to the same size, that is the Instagram size. You understand? Because of course this is not Instagram size. So if we take it there like this, it's not going to look we are not, we are going, it's not going to fill up the frame as it ought to be, right? So now we are going to use the same method that we used before. Click on crop to, yeah, select, right? So select it till it's fill the whole thing, whole frame. You understand? So selected. Alright, I think this is perfect now. So come here, let it be on content aware and hit OK. Alright. So Photoshop is helping us. Alright, this is perfect. This is perfect. Alright, so click on my patch to pick my patch to, and let me get rid of this part. You can see. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. All right, good. So another thing we're going to do now is we need to remove this box here. You understand? Because I really don't want her to stand on a cycle box. You understand? Because it wasn't shot like that. I didn't being the image was shot like that. We can say, okay, well, let's improve on that. Let's improve on this thing, right? But as it is now, it is just this person is just squatting on the floor. So we're going to go with the same. We're going to flow with the same this is so with the same method. So I'm going to pick my remove tool or remover tool to get rid of the spokes. You understand? So come here. This is it. This is it. Remove tool. Click it. So I'll just trace it. Trace it. This tool does magic, honestly, and you will see now. Right? You can see. Just trace the edges and just leave it. So this will help you remove the you know the object. This is perfect, guys. This is perfect. So this is perfect. Now, so the next thing we are going to do now is we are taking this background to our image, and to do that, so we're going to select. First of all, we're going to highlight, and to highlight is Command A from the keyboard. If you're using if you're using Mac, but if you're using Windows, it's going to be Control A. Right, Command A, then Command C from the keyboard to copy. You understand? Copy. So, and after copy now, then the come to your image, then Command V or Control V to drop it here. It's okay. All right. So we're going to expand it till it's fill the frame and well positioned. You understand? So keep expanding until we have the subject stand or squat on that shadow, because there's a reason for the shadow. You understand? Right. Okay. So I think it is better I drag this to this. Yeah, perfect. This is good. All right. So it doesn't end here. So we are progressing. We're making progress. So hit OK. So after hitting OK now, if you look at it now, right, despite the shadow, right, despite the shadow that you are seeing, so you still agree with me that it looks like the subject is floating, right, and we don't want that. So we don't want the subject to float. You don't want it to even look fake. So we want everything about this video, about this tutorial, about this editing to look real and natural, like this was the lightning and this was how this person was shot. You understand? So what we are going to do now to make sure that everything blends with the image now is come to the blend mode option, and let's go and choose the one that suits the manipulation. Right, so just come, click on the blend mode option. You can see, click on the blend mode option and start start checking the one that fits better. You understand? This is multiply. Trust me, multiply is not bad. Right, multiply is not bad. So color bond, linear bond, darker color, lighting. Okay, lighting is also not bad, but I don't like it. Then screen. Okay, screen is also nice. Or just the brightness. Then color dodge 2 hash. Then linear dodge 2 hash as well. Okay, lighter color. No. Overlay. Overlay is changing the color. Alright, then soft light. Okay, soft light is not bad. I think I love this. I think I love it, trust me. But then let's still go and still check others. Then this is hard light 2 hash. Okay, vivid light 2 hash, too dramatic. Linear light, pin light, hard light. No. Or difference, no. Okay, exclusion. Exclusion. Okay, dynamism is too much. Okay, or subtract this out of it. Ooh, divide. Nah, hue, flatten the whole thing. No, that's not what we want. Saturation. No. Okay, color. Okay, luminosity. No. Alright, that's the end. So we are going back now, but I think I loved soft light, right? Soft light, where are you? soft light. I think I love soft light. Yes. So click on soft light. I think I love this. This is before, after, before, after. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Just reduce the opacity a little bit. Let's say to like 70. Okay, this is perfect. You can see before. Now, the one crazy thing about this thing is this shadow, right? If you look at the shadow now, like if you are not watching this video, right, if you did not watch this video for you to see how this manipulation is being done, trust me, you are going to agree 100% that this image was shot like this. Trust me. You can see the shadow, that the shadow is still there, 100% maintained, even well pronounced now compared to what we have before. You understand? You can see you can see. All right, so that's so perfect. All right, we're good now. We're good now. So now, if we look at this image, right? Okay, let me show you something. Let me check this first. Now, if you look at the background, right? Um, this background happens to this image was shot on a gray paper backdrop. You understand? Was shot on gray paper backdrop. But now you see that the lightning has changed the color of the background, right? It has changed the color of the background, and on adding this with soft light blend mode option, it's improved the changed background, right? So what we are going to do now is we are going to return this background. We are going to return the color to the gray that it is. We understand. So we don't want something different, just like the way the lightning is showing here. And to do that, so I'm going to create a new layer, right? I'm going to create a new layer. So to create a new layer, you are going to on your keyboard, click on Shift Alt Command E if you are using Mac, right? But if you're using Windows, it's going to be Shift Alt Control E. So now after creating a new layer, so come to filter. We are going to camera raw now, where we'll be doing the background, the whole background stuff, right? So click on filter, then come to camera raw filter. Yes, we are here in camera raw now. So this is camera raw filter. So what we are going to do now, come to this masking layer here, masking. So create new mask. So we're going to select the background because it's just the background I want to work on, right? So select the background. Yeah, good. So now the background has been selected. So the first thing first is to desaturate the background. You understand? For us to get that gray color of the original background, right? For us to get that color back, so we're going to desaturate the background. So just come down, okay, to color. So I'll just add a little bit of cool, right? A little bit of cool. Yeah. So also then come to saturation. You can see, right? You can see this is -40. I think this is better. Let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. You can see that the image is now a bit more calm. Before was just too warm, right? But now it is better. It is cool, right? And this is like what I want. So now before, after, before, after. You can see. So now another thing I want to do now is I want to like add a little bit of vignette to the background. You understand? Add a little bit of vignette to the background. Why? Because I want the direction to be, I want more focus on the subject compared to what we are seeing now, right? Because if you look at the image now, the focus is just everywhere. So I want to direct the focus now on the subject. Like I want the subject to now have more attention compared to the background, right? So come to this create new mask, then I'm going to use a radial gradient, and that's what I will be using. So I'll just click on it and just select the image, just draw the circle till you are good to go. You understand? So you can still increase it, adjust it if you want. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to do it to that to that light direction. All right, so this is okay. This is good. Yeah, this is good for me. So now come to this icon here, click on it. You can see invert the selected area of the mask component. You understand? Well, so now, because if you look at it now, what is selected is the subject, right? It is the subject. So, and it is not the subject I want to work on. What I want to work on or add the next to is just the background, right? So I'm just going to invert it, right? So click on the invert. You understand? You can see the opposite now. So this selection has been inverted to the background, right? So I'll just go ahead and just play with my basic adjustment and see what I'm going to get as a result. You understand? So just come, yeah, from lights. I'm just going to, bring down the exposure a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Then bring down the black a little bit as well, not too much. So you can see the highlight. This is highlight coming down, this is highlight going up. You understand? Highlight coming down, highlight going up. But then I would just want to add a little bit of highlight, right? Let me add a little bit of highlight. Let's say 6. All right, good. So also the white as well. Let me add a little bit of white as well. All right, good. So come to curve. From the curve now, okay, let me check the details first. So from the curve now, just add a little bit of shadow, not too much. Yeah, so let me even show you what we have. This is before. You can see this is before, this is after. This is before, this is after. You can see, right? You can see now. You can see. So now just going to go ahead and just, if you want to feather, I think the feather is okay. Yeah, the feathering is okay. It's on 50, so the edge is not sharp. It's very okay. It's very okay now. So we are back to Photoshop now. You can see. You can see. You can see. So let me show you the before and after. This is before. This is how it was before we took the image to camera raw filter, right? So now you can see this is after, right? I think this is like far better. Like this is far better for me. You understand? The next thing we're going to do now is to color grade the image. You understand? So we're going to color grade the image, and to color grade the image now, so we are going to duplicate. You are going to create another layer again, because I really don't want to apply two effects on the same layer, right? So I want each effect, like each effect I apply, to have its own separate layer. So I'm going to create layer just like I did before. Yeah, another layer has been created. So we are still going back to camera raw filter now for the color grading. You understand? So camera raw filter. So we are here now. You can see we are here now. So if you look at this person now, this person is a light skin person, right? So I am going to use my light skin preset for this image. Just like I said, I will be adding the presets to this video. So check the description of this video and see how you can get it, and also my full retouching essential pack. Excuse me, and also my full retouching essential pack. So I'm going to attach everything, include everything to this video. Check the description of this video, follow the link and see how you can get it. All right, so after then, so come to this three dot here, click on 3 dot, come to load setting. So load setting, so just locate the preset, go to like the location of the preset. It is saved, it's on a folder on the desktop, so click on the desktop. It's on a preset folder, so let's look for it, guys. Okay, preset, you can see all of them here. You can see so just look for the one that we need for the image. You can see preset for light skin. You understand? So we're going to use this one for this image. Click on it and select. Guys, you can see this is perfect. This is perfect. You understand? You can see, right? You can see. So now if you look at it now, if you look at this image now, you agree with me that the yellow is kind of too much, right? The preset, because why? This person being a light skin person before, like the skin tone was already there. You understand? So now. So we're going to add a little bit of, like, you know, a little bit of, we are going to introduce a little bit of red to it. Just follow. All right, so come down to color grading. You understand? You can see, come down to color grading. When you come down to color grading, I've actually done a complete video on how to manually color grade your image or images from start to finish. You understand? So I'm going to attach the video to this tutorial. Do it to check it out and see how you can color grade your image from start to finish. So after coming to color grading, come to this global here, click on the global. So on the global now, so we're just going to add a little bit of saturation, right? A little bit of saturation, then and add a little bit of hue. You understand? Add a little bit of hue. All right, good. So now we can reduce the saturation a little bit. You understand? You can reduce saturation a little bit. This is perfect. This is before, after, before, after. All right, so if you look at it now, you see that the color grading affects the clothes and what's it called, and the background, and we don't want it on the background. We don't even want it on the clothes. It's just the skin. You understand? So, and this is how we are going to do it. Now come to, we are going straight to this thing now. Select background, right? Select background. But before I select background, so I just want to add a little bit of cool to the image a little bit, right? So I just add a little bit of cool. No, that's too much. Yeah, this is okay. Right, this is okay. And also, let me bring down the highlight a little bit. You can see what the highlight is doing to the image, because my focus now is on the face of the subject. You understand? So I'm seeing that the highlight seems too much, right? You can see. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, then add a little bit of black. Let's say -5. Yeah, this is perfect. So this is perfect. Yeah, I also bring down the white a little bit, -5. I think this is also good. Then I'll just add a little bit of contrast. Let's say 3. Yeah, good. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So this is before, after, before, after. Now I love what I'm seeing about the skin now, right? So I'm going to select the background and return the color back to how it was before we start the color grading. You understand? So come here, masking layer, then click on select background. So select background now. So I'll just come color, then add a little bit of cool, right? Add a little bit of cool, right? Yeah, good. Then reduce the saturation. You can see this is everything. You can see. All right, so now, okay, we are going back to Photoshop. All right, this is before, after, before, after, before, after. You can see, right? Yes, you can see. So the next thing we are going to do now, if we look at the color of the cloth, the grading affected the color of the cloth, right? So we're going to select the cloth and also, return it back to the black that it was before. You can see the changes, right? You can see the after. So just click on my selective color and just select the clothes. So just watch and see how I'm going to turn this back to its original color. You understand? So I'm going to leave the net because of course it blends with the skin, right? So make sure it is just the cloth that is selected, nothing more. Yeah, it is just the cloth. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is okay. Let me see. Select this. All right, this is perfect. So now just right click, feather it to like let's say 4. Yeah, good. So after feathering now, so come to adjustment layer. From the adjustment layer, click on it and select selective color. Right, pick selective color. After selective color, then come here under these colors, click on black. You understand? Because of course what we want to work with is black, right, and nothing else. So click on black. After clicking on black, so you can see come to this side here and add a little bit of black. So if you feel this is okay, you can leave it like that. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see it. Let me zoom in so that this is before, after, before, after. So if you feel you are not, good enough, then you can just add a little bit. Let's take it to 3. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after. So you can see this is before, after, before, after. I think we are good now, right? We are good now. We are good now. We are good now. All right. So the next thing we are going to do to the image now, the next thing we are going to do to the image, because I'm still not cool with the background. You understand? I'm still not cool with the background. So I am going to create another layer, right? Select the background and add external background. Just watch and see how I'm going to do it, right? So now create another layer, and after creating another layer, so just select the subject, selecting the subject now. So make sure, just like we did before, zoom in a little bit and make sure that the selection is perfect, right? This is very important. Very important. Yeah, just like we did before. Alright, so after this, then come to select and mask, and let's see if there are some areas that are not properly selected. You can see what I'm seeing here. You can see what I'm seeing here. So we are going back now, right, and make sure that these areas are properly selected. So I'll just cancel and now come back. You can see. So you can see. So this is very important to get the selection right, because once you get the selection right, trust me, the work is half done. This is very important. You can see. So some areas are proven stubborn. Don't worry. Once we get the selection perfect, the rest is just going to be a walkover. Alright, I think we are good now. So come and select mask. Yeah, you can see, just get rid of this. Yeah, get rid of that. You can see. You can see this. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Trust me, this is good. Alright, so now we're gonna create a new layer. Create a new layer. Alright, come here, new layer, then okay. Right, so now click on the background and come to selective color. Sorry, come to adjustment layer, then let's go and click on solid color. So we're going to add the background that we want now. What we want is gray. I'm going to add it. Yeah, this is okay, then it's okay. Alright, so just come to blend mode option and let's just check which one best fit what we want. Right, okay, I love screen, but then it's too much, so okay, let's still go. Okay, color and saturation. Okay, almost the same. I think I love this. I'll just go with color. You can see this is before, after, before, after. Alright, so we are good to go now. We are good to go now. Alright, so we are good to go now. Yeah. The next thing now, if you look at the image now, right, there's something I want you to see. There's something I want you to notice about the image, right? If you look at the image now, you still see that the image is still looking kind of too saturated. You understand? It's still looking kind of too saturated. So I'm going to create another layer now. You understand? So I'm going to create another layer now. So I'll start creating another layer. So we're just going straight into the retouching proper. So after retouching the image, working on the brush through the background and the skin. So we use color balance to blend everything together and see if we are going to use a cool filter or cooling filter to reduce it or to add. You understand? So it is very important that you watch this video from beginning to the end, right? Because I'm still going to do a whole lot to this image to make sure that I get the very best out of this. You understand? So, and guys, if you watch this video to this moment, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you're here to subscribe, please just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and please just do me that honor, do me that favor, and I'll really appreciate it, right? So now this is the layer we're going to use. So I just have to like select these layers and just group them first. Select the layer, command G from the keyboard or control G, right? So you can see this is before, after, before, after. All right, so now come here. I'm just just going to use my essential pack now, the retouching action. Just like I said, I'm going to add everything to this video. You can see igloo, you can see, right? So this is my customized touching essential pack. So you have a whole lot. You stand a chance of enjoying a whole lot if you're able to get this, right? You can see the dodge and burn layer, the check layer, the log BG, the soft light, action for dark skin. It comes with preset. You understand? So this is it. So if you look at this image now, this image was shot on 16-bit. You can see it here, 16-bit. So just come here, click on frequency separation 16-bit. So then come to action. Click on the action. So after clicking on the action now, so now this radius, this is a very tricky area, right? So now the higher you go, like the higher the figure of this radius number, the harder the skin texture. You understand? So the lower the figure, the softer the skin texture or the skin tone. You understand? So it all depends on what you want for your image. Although it doesn't end here, because your brush settings also contribute on how soft your subject skin is going to be, right? Nothing really serious, because this is not like a beauty retouch. This is not a headshot, right? This is like a full picture. So the focus is literally for everything, both the background, the color grading, and the skin work. You understand? So if the focus is, let's say, 80% about the skin work, so I've actually done series of videos where I took my time to explain this radius, why you should choose a particular radius number and why you should not choose a particular radius number. You understand? So you can check the channel and lay your hand on any of the videos and just get the clearer and better understanding of this thing I'm talking about. You understand? So just like I said, it all depends on what you want for your image, right? And like the picture of the result you have in your head. So I am just going to go straight and just choose, let's say, tree, because I really want, because of course I want to brush the background, right? So I want a bit something smooth, even if I'm still going to have my details intact. So I just want everything to just go smooth, right? So I just pick tree for, because of course it's a full shot. So yeah, you can see. So just come to my workspace and just click my mixer brush and see, right? So see, first thing first is to work on the background. After working on the background and satisfied, then we can now move to the skin work. All right, so let's just start the retouching proper. All right, so after before doing that, right, so let me just take you through my mixer brush settings. So the wet is 18, load is 21, mix is 21, then flow is also 18, right? So the most important thing here for me is actually the wet. You understand? Probably flow as well. I'm not saying load and mix are not important, they are also very important, right? So now, as a beginner, right, in skin work or photo editing, it is always advisable to use a lower figure or figures. The help of years of experiences, right? So I've gotten to a level where I can literally use any figure. I can even use 40s for my wets and still get what I want. You understand? So, and sometimes it doesn't just end here about, it doesn't just ends here on your, the customization of your mixer brush, right? So how you handle your Wacom pen, if you're using Wacom pen or mouse, also goes a long way. You understand? So take note and just have it at the back of my mind that this is very important. So I'm just going to leave it at this 18, right? If I need to brush, which I don't see the need to, so I can just come here and increase the speed. You understand? Because the higher the figure here, I'm talking about the weight now, um, the more the speed for me. You understand? And I really don't want to rush this in as much as I'm trying to be fast, right? So I just want to take you through the process step by step. Let's start. So just brush through the background first. So you need to like take your time and do a clean job. You understand? So don't rush. So when editing, right, in my own kind of editing process, so I usually edit the face as the last thing for me. You know why? Because if if I start with the face, talking about the skin work, right, so there's every possibility that I may forget some parts. You understand? But there's no way I will edit other parts and forget the face. So that is why most times I usually start with the other part of this of the image first, or other part of the skin, or either the background, talking about generally about the image before, like, working on the face proper. You understand? So when I think most importantly, you just have to pay attention to what works for you as an editor. You understand? So in as much as you are, you are watching people and you, you love what they do, and probably you may want to, like, do the same, right? So I would advise that you don't copy people. So try as much as possible to understand the explanation, so that you know as you go ahead to put what you learn into practice, you can actually, from your own, paying attention to details, you can actually find and discover what works for you and just stick to it. You understand? That's I usually emphasize that on my videos. Pay attention to what works for you and just stick to it. It's very important. All right. Let me also take this time to appreciate my awesome subscribers across the globe. My viewers, my supporters from Asia, from Europe, from United States of America, from Africa. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for always stopping by, trying to check what's going on, what's this person doing, how can we help this person. I see every of the encouragement, I see every of the support, both online and offline, trust me. And I'm not taking those kind gestures for granted. Thank you so much. Trust me, you guys are my MVPs. Right, so still working on the background. So let me show you where we are. So we're still working on the background, right? So let me show you. Now this is before, after, before, after. All right, so we are done working on the background. Now you can see, so let me show you the before and after. This is before, this is before, after, before, after. You can see. So we just go ahead now and start working on the skin. And start retouching the skin proper. So nothing serious. You're gonna keep everything natural as much as possible. Just like I said, that I'm going to use color balance to blend everything together. So don't skip this video. Make sure you finish this video. Make sure you watch it from beginning to the end. Don't skip any part of this video. It's very important. Right. Alright. So just like I said, this is not going to take time because the larger part of our skin, of our body, is covered. So nothing serious to really edit about our skin. You can see. So when you're retouching, right, so don't drag. You understand? Because the human skin tone or skin texture is divided into three. We have the highlights, we have the shadow, and we have the make tone. You understand? So the highlight has to do with the brightest part of the skin, while shadow has to do with the darkest part of the skin, and make tone has to do with in between highlight and shadow. You understand? So which means make tone is neither dark nor bright. So it's just like the original skin tone of the subject. You understand? So it is your ability to blend these these three categories together. That's what makes you a good retoucher. You understand? And and trust me, that is what retouching generally is all about. You understand? So your ability to, like, be able to blend these three categories together without dragging A to B, B to C. So, and also, if you want to know how I retouch my image or images, I've actually done series of videos about skin work, skin retouching. So do well to check the channel and see the various videos I've done about skin work. So just like I said, nothing really serious to do, right? So you can see. So just take your time and do a clean job. Don't rush. It is very important. You can see. Let me show you the before. This is before, after. Before, after. You can see we're not done yet, but you can see the huge progress that we are making. You understand? You can see where we are. You can see. This is amazing. So let me zoom in into the face a little bit so I can see it very well. Yeah. Alright, so I'll just go ahead now and pick some of the blemishes, right? So click on high frequency, then select my clone stamp. That's my favorite tool in picking blemishes. So nothing serious to pick. So I just pick one or two I'm seeing on the face. You understand? So you just pick the obvious blemishes. So now you can see that the hairline is showing, right? And I don't want it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. You can see. So I'll just increase my brush a little bit. Just blend everything together. Yeah, this is good. can see. So just zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So let me zoom out now so that you can see it very well. You can see. So I'm still going to use my mixer brush to blend everything together. You can see. Yeah, great. So moving to the chest. So nothing serious. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So yeah, good. Yeah, good. So zoom into this parts as well and see what we can get rid of too. All right. So basically, I think we are done, right? But I'm still gonna pick my mixer brush and still, brush through some of the parts, especially this hairline part. Yeah, good. Yeah, perfect. Just go through one or two areas. All right, good. So and also let me also brush through the dress. good. All right, so guys, let me show you the before and after. Show you the before and after. This is before, guys. After, before, after, before, after. This is amazing. Let me zoom in into the face to show you. This is before, after, before, after. So I'll just go ahead and work on the eyes now. All right, so come to adjustment, click on white and black. After clicking on white and black, so drag the reds and yellows to the extreme end, then command I from the keyboard to hide it. So now pick your brush tool now, not mixer brush this time around, brush tool. So opacity and flow 40/40, I think that's fine for me. So make sure the foreground is on white. So I'll just go ahead and start brushing through the eyes. Brushing through the eyes, whiten the eyes. There are numerous ways to work on the eyes, right? It's not just the eyes. As far as Photoshop is concerned, right, you can literally do one thing with 10 methods. So you just look for which one is the best for you, which one you are more convenient with, and which one is like very fast and easy for you to use. You understand? So I think it is kind of too much. So because I don't want everything to be like, you know, that's too much. So I just reduce the opacity a little bit. Reduce the opacity. Let's say 60. Yeah, 60 is fine. This is before, after. This is cool. This is cool. The next thing we're going to do now is to use color balance now and blend everything together. You understand? So come to adjustment, and come to color balance. Right, color balance. So I'm just going to work on the mid tone first. I'll just add a little bit of cyan because if you look at it now, if you look at the skin tone of this subject now, you agree with me that the yellow is kind of too much, right? So I'm just going to introduce a little bit of red through mid tone, right? So I'll just add a little bit of red. Okay, this is good. This is good, right? So I'll leave it there. So I'll just come to the shadow and also add a little bit of red. So I'll just come to shadow and also add a little bit of, let's say -3. Yeah, you can see -3. So now come to highlight now, which is going to be the last, right? Let me show you what highlight is showing. You can see, right? So from the highlight now, I'm going to add a little bit of cyan too. Let's say 6 is okay. So now this time I'm not going to add yellow, so I'm not going to add warm, so I'm going to add cool. Just come and add a little bit of cool. Yeah, let's say 8 is okay. Yeah, this is perfect. So let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. You can see the huge difference, the transformation. This is before, after, before, after, right? Both the background and on the subject. So the very last thing we're going to do to this image now is to use our curves to add more dynamics to this image, like to make the image more pop. You understand? So come to adjustment, click on curves. So just add a little bit of yeah, 5 is okay. So I just come here and add, let's say 250. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after, before, after. So I think I'll still reduce this a little bit. I'll still reduce it to like let's say 3. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after. Guys, you can see now. You can see, you can see, you can see. So if you feel like it is too much, you can add cooling filter to calm everything down. So just come to adjustments, click on photo filter, right? From the photo filter, and also come to this, warming filter, right? Click on it and click on cooling filter 82. Click on cooling filter 82. So when you click on cooling filter 82, you're going to have something like this, right? So you're going to have your image being cooled down like this, right? So let me show you. This is before, after, before, after. So now just going to come down and reduce it a little bit. Let's say 50. Yeah, this is it, 50. This is before, after, before, after. I love it this way. You understand? I think I love it this way. I love it this way. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So I love it like this, like for the background and also the rest part of the skin, right? But if you look at the face, you agree with me that the highlight on the face is kind of like too much. You understand? So I'll just pick my selection two. I'll just pick my selective two, then just select the face alone. You understand? So just select the face alone. So selecting the face alone, so I'll just, you know, feather it to like let's say 11. Feather it to like let's say 11, right? So come to adjustment layer, click on adjustment layer, then come to brightness and contrast. You understand? This is brightness and contrast. So I'll just add a little bit of contrast, right? You can see this is before, this is after, before, after. But I'll not want something, too much. So I don't want something extreme. So I'll just add a little bit of contrast. Let's say 8. Then I'll just bring down the brightness a little bit. You can see this is before, this is after. So I'll just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, let's say -10. Right, so let me show you. This is before, after, before, after. You can see now, that everything has now blends together. You understand? Like everything has now blends together. So guys, this is how to change your background in Photoshop, right? This is how to manipulate your background. This is how to take your image from one level to another. You understand? So let me show you where we actually moved from. So we moved from here. Wow, wow, this is amazing. We moved from here to here. Guys, this is amazing. We moved from here to here. You can see the huge difference, right? You can see the huge difference. This is before, after. So I still want to reduce the brightness a little bit, right? I still want to reduce the brightness a little bit. I'll just come to adjustment, click on my brush, click on my curves, and just bring it down a little bit. Yes, yeah, this is before, after, before, after. Guys, you can see this is before, after, before, after. Yeah, I think this is better for me, right? This is better for me. So let's just group everything now. Yeah, you can see from here, this is actually where we moved from. Like the image was like this, was shot like this, was this flat, right? Now started from here, adding the background, the color grading, and all of that. From there, we move to retouching the image, the background, and all of that. And after doing all of those things, we went ahead to play with the colors to make sure that everything is in tune together, like everything blends together, both the background, the color, whatsoever, everything, that the differences should not be that obvious, right? And this is where we are. Boom, guys, you can see the huge difference it's created, added to the image. So Guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. This is the tripartite of editing, the triangular formula of editing. That is background manipulation, post production, the one we did in camera raw filter, right? Background manipulation, color grading, and skin work. You understand? So we've just successfully did everything. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let me know how you feel about this video. And if you want this particular props, this background, this the external background that I use to manipulate this image, if you want it or you need it, you can actually get it from Pinterest. If you don't want to pass through the stress, you can just let me know in the comment section, and trust me, I'll get it across to you. Or you reach out to me on Instagram as _iglo photography, right? So you just come to my DM with a screenshot of this so that I can know the one you're talking about, and trust me, I'm just to find a way to get it across to you, right? So if there's any topic about photography, about skin work, skin retouching, or color grading that you're finding difficult to find your way around it, do well to drop that in the comment section, and trust me, I'm going to do justice to that as soon as possible, right? And also, just like I said, let me know what you want me to talk about in my next video, right? So guys, see you in my next video. Bye.